What is up, DTube? What is up, the Steam blockchain? So, today I want to talk about why females will make crypto go mainstream. So, I think it was around 6 months ago, or maybe it was around a year ago. I think it's closer to a year ago, where I said basically that alpha females are basically going to be the future just because of how the world is going towards the world is going towards mainly or big things that females have in terms of history. Females have invested more time and energy into, and that is the field of perception, of perceiving the world. Females has invested more time and energy into that field, which is gonna make it so from a starting point they do have a a head start, in a world where everything is going towards a more limitless dimension. So why are females gonna make crypto mainstream? There are some aspects to this. So first we have content. The females loves to make content on the internet, like truly love to make content. We can see that on Instagram. Then we have the other thing why females are gonna make crypto mainstream eventually, and that is because females have invested a lot in collaboration. So that is something that they seem to have. They seem to be better at seeing from other people's perspective, while males more get stuck into logic. And the thing with logic in this world where we're going towards a more global identity is that logic can kind of have its problem to rearrange how it's supposed to look at the world, like what is an identity and all of this. And it's just that from a starting point, it seems like females have invested more time and energy to be better at collaboration. And then we do have, what is the other thing? Oh yeah, the third thing is how females usually, I get a feel that they would never, observing females right now that is in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, I don't see them get too caught up with price and token value. What they seem to do is they are seeing a new platform and they're just looking at it from making content, and then whatever value they can get, they're fine with. While it seems that males easier gets into more of a logic discussion in terms of, well, I should have more value for this. I should have more value. I deserve more value. What about the curation? What about the reward pool? And it seems to be that when it's gonna happen, the female tsunami, because it's eventually gonna enter into this space. Who knows when? Probably in a couple of years. We already see it on YouTube right now. They have taken over that platform completely, and they're making more content. They're just making more content, and yeah, I don't think they are going to be. They're not gonna discuss the price. They're not probably not even gonna care, which is also gonna make it so this industry is gonna grow faster, right? Because they're just going to create content, and then token value is just going to flow in whatever way. And then I think that and when this space then grows, I think that males will be inspired and that males will make a ton of amazing content as well, because both sides sort of needs to work together. And right now in the blockchain space, there is just males kind of, or there are a few females, but if we look at it from a general view, it's at least 80% males and maybe 20% females. And just because finance is something that everyone in the world needs, okay? Everyone wants sort of the best systems, the best value systems. It means that eventually everyone is going to be on board on these new platforms. And how I think it's going to be in the future is, I think that in terms of content on the internet, I think that just because content on the internet is a lot about the visual aspect, but there is also knowledge, right? But in terms of visual aspects, so if you look at knowledge, which males have invested a lot of time and energy into, if we consider that AI probably will give the best knowledge possible, that means that one of the main things then that's just left in this virtual reality space, when knowledge is handled by the AI and when tokens is handled by the AI, it's gonna be mainly about the visual stuff, about the views, about food and fitness and all that you also see on Instagram or on YouTube, which means probably 80% of the content is going to be visual, beauty stuff, food stuff, all of this. And I think it's going to completely take over, because that's the thing, that females are doing a lot of that content, which means how I think it's going to be is, I think that eventually most males are just gonna, I don't know, they can use stake and earn tokens in whatever way, but I think it's mainly going to be females that's going to create most of the content in the future, especially also in the blockchain space as well. And that's going to be interesting to see. That's going to be quite interesting to see how that's being developed, because right now there's really not any platforms developed that is sort of female focused. Just because it is so early, right? It's so early in this industry, which but that's gonna change. So right now this space is kind of like it's kind of like internet 1995. There's a lot of people that has basically talked about that. So how I think it's going to change is like right now in the blockchain space, there's really no content being created. I mean, it really is a joke. If we look at the technology that exists with these graphene chains, it should be thousands of quality content stuff that's being produced daily. It should, but it's not, okay? And that's kind of strange, but it's going to change. It's going to change in the next few years probably, because it's just easy. It's just easy to see. We can see how YouTube developed. YouTube was very, very geeky. It was very, very vlog style, and then a few years later, the female tsunami came into the space. And that's going to happen to all of these graphene chains or EOS IO chains as well. And that's going to be exciting, because it's truly going to create some next level abundance. And all the early token holders, they will be so satisfied, because it's going to go up in value, right? it's gonna go up in value. Even though I'm not a financial advisor, but it's gonna go up in value, and that's gonna be quite interesting. And a big part of it's also a big transition for males in this world, because automation is going to make it so males are not going to have to need to do any work, right? It's going to be handled by the machine. The machine is going to do everything. So everyone can just focus on explore stuff, make food, buy clothes, buy cool stuff, buy new smartphones, buy cool cars, go to the moon, go to space, or whatever, go to Antarctica. It's gonna be about exploration and discovery, and that's gonna be quite cool. I think a big aspects to this, when there is basically millions and billions in this space, is a lot of people are gonna you just passively observe what kind of content other people are doing, because it's going to be such an abundance of content, and we already see that on the other platforms right now. YouTube Daily is a discovery system where you can find people that are diving deep into all kinds of niches, and it's very interesting. For example, we can see that males are mainly gonna look at longer sort of podcast videos, and it's probably gonna be, because we already see that on YouTube, but it's probably gonna be done by a knowledge robot, perhaps by some AI robot, who knows, because they are gonna pack so much knowledge, and it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of things it will drop. I also think that males will focus a lot on some kind of virtual sport thing, maybe some kind of a bet thing or whatever. Maybe we can make physical sports into some kind of virtual sport, oh, wait a sec. Males gonna probably focus on games a lot. Males love games, and they're really gonna focus on games now when I really consider it. It's probably gonna be more highly advanced games, some serious next level games with sort of tokens installed inside. We already see that with engine right now, and but it's not right now. It's kind of early, so the experience is at the moment not super good. But in the future, virtual reality, make your own games. Wow, that's gonna be quite interesting. That's gonna be quite cool, and it's going to come here in a couple of years, and I think a lot of people are going to look forward to that. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. It's just a fact. We need flow in this space. We really need flow. We need people that just create content, and it needs to be millions of people creating content, and females are going to do that. They're going to do that. The only thing we have to wait for is we just have to wait for technology to become cheaper, creating blockchains and tokens to become easier, and lower the entry level. And when it's easy, when it's cool, when the app works fine, when there's no drama, it's going to be quite amazing. Yeah, have an awesome day, DTube. Have an awesome day, Steam blockchain. Bye bye.